Hey guys, and welcome to another TrewRehab videos. This week we're on location. I've actually got a little special guest for you today, and I'll introduce you to him in a second. But week 6 this week had us doing the IIFYM or IIFYM diet. So that's what is it again? If it fits your macros diet. So it's something that I guess I give full disclosure on. It's something I kind of follow myself, and I don't want to have this kind of diet sound like a sales pitch to everyone, but it's something I kind of follow loosely, and our special guest today basically follows it to the gram every single week, and he can tell you all about his kind of success that he's had with it. But I followed it to the number this week, and I'll kind of talk more, or I'll get my guest to kind of talk more about how to kind of calculate those macros and things, just very briefly, and kind of how we got to the certain numbers that I used this week. But if it fits your macros was this week. So basically, let's just jump straight into it. So I'm going to have more time with the guests on here. The diet basically has you following your macros, and there's 3 different macros that are involved. So there's protein, carbohydrates, and fats, and it's just working out how many of those you should have per day to kind of, I guess, fit your particular goal. So if you're looking at gaining weight, losing weight, or just maintaining, those numbers would obviously shift to different kind of levels. And so this week I just went on basically a maintenance diet. I'm not really trying to lose or gain weight, but I did actually lose about 1 kilo this week anyway. I did have up my training a bit this week due to some more running that's now involved. So that was this week. So instead of kind of going with our kind of usual routine that we usually would, with a question from the viewers and then my top 5, I thought I'd introduce someone here today. So he's a colleague of mine, a great friend of mine, and someone who basically has followed this particular diet for the last few years, competes in physique comps, and is in great shape basically all year round. He doesn't go up or down in weight hugely. He does kind of do cuts when he's going to go into competition, but I'll introduce you to him, and I'll take the camera from him now. It's Danny, a work colleague of mine from True Health. So I'll flip it over there for us, Danny, and let's go into there. So, Danny, our man. So, Danny, tell us just a little bit about kind of, I guess, how long you've been involved with the IIFYM diet, and kind of, I guess, what your daily kind of, I guess, routine and diet would kind of look like.
Yeah, so I've been doing this now for about probably three and a half years, and it basically stemmed from me doing some research on different methods of nutrition and what was going to help me best in terms of my sport and being most accurate. I was doing basketball full time at the time I started, so I needed to find a way to make sure I was performing optimally, basically day in, day out. And then yeah, that led me to if it fits your macros, which is basically sticking to set macronutrients, so your protein, carbs, and fats, working within a calorie range, and then basically from there you're either eating in a maintenance level, so you're trying to maintain weight, in a calorie deficit where you're going to lose weight, or calorie surplus, which is obviously going to gain weight. So yeah.
Excellent. So I guess for anyone kind of following these series that I've been on, what would be the #1 thing you reckon you'd kind of do to kind of start off on a diet like this?
So I always get my clients to try and find their maintenance calories. So I'll get them to track what they would normally eat during the week, and I'd get them to track it on the app called MyFitnessPal. From there, I'd get an average of what their calories are at kind of daily, and then what their weight's doing. So if they're, say for example, they're eating 2,000 calories a day on average, and their weight hasn't changed over the 6 or 7 days, that's their maintenance. So from there, I find out their goals, whether they want to lose weight or gain weight, and then from there we put them in a surplus or a deficit, which is usually about 300 to 500 calories below or above their maintenance.
Yeah, fantastic. So I heard you mention the MyFitnessPal app. Now I've been using that kind of probably for the last 6 months myself, and found it to be great. So tell us just a little bit more about that MyFitnessPal app.
Yeah, so it's a free app. You can get it on your iPhone. I think you can do it on the internet, and then also Android. And basically, you put in your target macro goals. So it may be 200 protein, 250 carb, and 50 fat. And then what you do throughout the day is you add in the foods that you eat throughout the day. For me and for most of my clients, and Adam as well, we would most likely put in our food at the start of the day. And basically all it is it's not trying to eat unhealthy foods, it's more giving yourself a bit of a variety. So you see the most common thing with a lot of diets, and as you'll probably see in a lot of Adam's videos, is that these diets are pretty restrictive. They only give you a certain amount of food groups that you can really choose from, and that's really what leads to binging and also food eating disorders. So basically for me, I use it to try and keep my meals interesting. So like I said, it's not about trying to fit in as much junk food or anything as you can. It's more about rotating those healthy foods. So it might be in meats. You might have chicken one day, kangaroo the next, red meat. You might have some fish. That's basically what it's all about. As long as at the end of the day you're meeting your macro goals, then you'll continue to make progress regardless of the foods you're eating.
Excellent. So you said that you've been on this for a while. Kind of how long ago did you kind of start doing this?
Yeah, so like I said, it was about 3.5 years ago. Probably 2 years ago I started doing it pretty seriously. And then over the past 1.5 years, as Adam mentioned, I've been doing some physique competitions. And basically, it's pretty much proved to me, and then I guess the people around me that it does work. I was able to get into competition shape within 10 to 12 weeks using this principle. And like I said, it's rotating your foods around, and it allows you to not be so restrictive. So, for example, a week before my competition, I was still having a bowl of ice cream here and there at night, as long as it was within my macro and calorie goals. So it's really just proved to me that it's sustainable and something that I can stick to for the rest of my life without feeling as if I'm restricted.
I guess kind of doing a little bit of research for this diet myself, I did find some people who do follow it kind of do tend to lean towards the kind of not so good foods. Yourself, kind of what would be your split of kind of eating healthy, eating wholesome whole foods to kind of having some treat foods in there, all still obviously fitting into your macro plan? What would kind of be your split, you reckon, kind of on a daily basis?
Yeah, so my split usually, and again with my clients, is usually anywhere from 80 to 20. So 80% are your whole foods and nutrient dense foods, I guess, or 90 to 10 for me most days. So like I said, I'll just basically rotate the more healthy and nutrient-dense foods through my diet, and then on days that I feel like having a bowl of ice cream or even going out for a beer with the boys or whatever, I'll factor that in. But the rest of my day will 80 to 90% of my calories will be coming from healthy and whole foods and nutrient-dense foods.
So just give us just a really brief understanding. What would be a usual day for you? Just let's start breakfast, lunch and dinners and kind of any snacks in between. Just give us a kind of idea of what that might entail.
Yeah, so for me, I usually, like with my 90-10 or 80-20, I'll make sure that I cover all my nutrient-dense foods throughout the first part of the day, and then it'll be usually before bed that I might have something that's, I suppose, classed as junk food, as long as it fits within my goals. So again, I'll try and get in at least 2 to 3 serves of fruit each day, and then 3 to 5 serves of veggies. So for me, breakfast might be some scrambled eggs with some oatmeal. Snack mid-morning might be a whey protein shake and some fruit. Lunch for me is usually some rice and some kind of meat, whether it be or fish. So it might be chicken or it might be tuna, which is a pretty big one for me. And then in the afternoon, I'll stick to maybe another piece of fruit, some more protein, a protein bar, some kind of high carb meal, so whether it's an oatmeal bar or something like that. And then around my workouts, I'll throw in some high GI carbs, so whether that be some gummy bears or some lollies, something that's high carb. And then dinner again, usually some meat, some fibrous veggies, and a carb source, whether it be rice or potato or even some bread. I'm definitely not against gluten. I think unless you're actually celiac, which is probably less than 1% of the population, then you can get away with eating gluten, no worries. And then before bed, it might be a bowl of low-fat ice cream, or some days I just don't even feel like that. It might just be some eggs and some more fruit, or I might not eat again after dinner and just go straight to bed. So really, there's nothing set in stone, and that's probably what I like about it, is that it can change day to day.
Fantastic, mate. Well, I really appreciate your time. It is a Sunday afternoon for us. Danny's about to head off to Mackay to do some training with some miners that we train up there. Yeah, really appreciate your time today, guys. And I guess I'll flip it quickly back to myself.
No problem.
So there's someone who's been following this particular diet for years, guys, and we certainly do fully believe in this particular diet. It's the best way of kind of going forward and kind of, I guess, maintaining something that you can kind of do for the rest of your life without feeling restricted. And I guess that's what I've found over the last kind of few weeks, that most of these diets kind of eliminate some sort of part of your diet, be it bread, or be it meat, or be it I guess just everyday foods that we use as sometimes treats or comfort foods. But I guess with this particular diet, you do get to have, I guess anything in your diet as long as it does fit into those macros. A little while ago, I guess last year, I went through a program of Danny's, and I kind of got in shape to kind of look at getting myself into a photo shoot that we went through last year, and we had a couple of people that came through that with us, and I'm going to post that video, that picture. Hopefully I can weave it into this. I'm just getting into the editing world of videos, but hopefully I can show you that. And that kind of shows the before and after of kind of what I went through, and we're looking at running that again sometime throughout spring to kind of get you guys in shape and ready for your summer body. So I'll keep you in tune with that, and I'll have a chat to Danny kind of how we go about running that 10-week program again. It was a great program last year. We had great success, not only with my clients, but with myself as well. So stay in tune with that. But again, I'd just like to thank everyone for supporting our videos and supporting my videos along this 7 weeks. We're finally at week 7. I'll give you a sneak peek. Next week we are doing light and easy. So I thought I'd go with like some sort of commercial available diet, be it Jenny Craig or light and easy or one of those. I chose light and easy. Luke Hodge has just started advertising this one, and I'm a big Hawthorn supporter, everyone knows that. So I thought, why not? I'll give light and easy a go. So that was delivered on Friday. I'm going to start that tomorrow. But again, guys, thanks a lot for following my videos. If you can share, like my video, and subscribe to stay in tune. I'm also going to post Danny's channel in the description, so go over and check out some of his videos. He's got a lot of what do I eat during the day, and some of his prep videos that he's done through his programs. Again, I'd like to big shout out to Danny and DK Fitness, or Danny Kennedy Fitness.
DJK.
DJK. Go and check it out, guys. He's a good friend of mine and really good, really knows his stuff on this particular dieting. So get out there, enjoy your food, and I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.